sometimes you can't afford a mixer. If you only got so much for a budget, then it's like, oh, I gotta mix this. So I'm a keyboard player, so I actually took about a year and stopped playing and started reading books on engineering, EQ and compression, and the different plugins, the Waves plugins, the Sonox plugins, just so I can become so my sound can become better and I can actually bypass the mixer. You can't get better than a person who mixes, and that's what they do all day is mix, but you can get pretty damn close, and you can't master better than a person who's just a geek at mastering, but you can get close. And for me, it's like, oh, well, if you come here, not only will I have your product done in probably a little over a week, but it'll be mixed and mastered and ready to submit to anybody. So that's what I've done. In extreme situations, I have recorded a country record with me singing. I have recorded a jazz record with me singing and a rock record, electronic, and hip hop. And I'm no rapper. And I have gone down to Venice Beach and I have sold my music. And you would not believe how much money you can make down there. And this is extreme. It's like, yeah, this is me, it's country. You like country, right? And people buy it. It's in extreme. So you got Pier 39, you got Venice Beach, anywhere there's people, direct marketing has kept me alive. I refuse to go back to a 9-to-5.
And I'd have to agree with what Corey was saying. The main thing I believe is the quality of your work, because the quality of your work and the individuality of your work is what's going to separate you from other producers. And once you get identified and people know what your sound is and what you do, it's unique. So as long as it's unique and there's value, if you bring value to it, you'll always be able to make money somehow from that. So I think those are kind of like the two most important things is quality work and to make sure you identify yourself to be a little different than anyone else that's making music and putting out music.
Now, Corey did say that you can get close to a guy that mixes and masters all day long. I just want to make that clear.
Is that what you do?
I knew he was going to say something about that.
I just want.
You can't get like Mr. Denton. I'm just saying. Hey.
No, I just want to say he said close, and that's good. I like that.
Close.
We can't be jack of all trades, but we can be jack of a few. But this is a kind of a couple questions. This is a quick one here because you've been in the business for a while. Has that helped you get jobs and stay working when the economy turns down like that? Has the length of your career helped you do that as well too, you feel?
Has the length of the career, staying focused to what you do?
Yeah, well, we go back to 80, you've been in for a long time. You've been in it for a long time, Dwayne.
KDIA. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, so has that...
I think for me, it works because, when people come to me or any of the Tonys, they look for, our sound. They want something that sounds old school, a little bluesy, with a twist of hip hop to it, you know what I mean? So that's made it clear, and we're able to focus in on who we can deal with. We've done some work with country artists as well, pop artists and everything else, but they come to us for what we do. So staying focused on what you're about is kind of like, that's how you kind of, you get continue to get paid because, but you got to know where your market is as well. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand where to focus on keeping their production moving. Or they may have, one thing, you can't look at it like it's so one-dimensional, you know what I mean? If you do hip-hop, yeah, okay, so you want to have an album, or so you want to whatever else. You can look at, I'm sure you guys are looking at advertising and companies like that, and just music in book form for books and things like that, and movies and whatever else. There's just so many venues that if you stand true to what you do, people will, you send a budget out that makes sense, they'll take you up on it. And that's my way of hustling too, but I do enjoy, I play a lot of live shows, so I'll never stop doing that. You know what I mean? So if you're a real artist, a real performer, then you get out there and you do what you do, and you'll survive for the rest of your life. So that's a good thing for me.
Nah, definitely. I feel that, I find myself doing beats and trying things that I never would have tried in a million years just due to the way due to the way the game is, and it's like if you're a fan of good music, then good music comes in all genres. It's not just in hip hop, or it's not just in pop, or it's not just in R&B. So if you're a hip hop producer, don't be afraid to step out of your element. You know what I mean? Because in this day and age, you know, if you're trying to make a living, it's not selling out. You know what I mean? It's more about, you know, making a living so you can continue to do what you love without having to get a job. But I've definitely found myself trying pop records and R&B and stuff. I'd be like, damn, I never thought in a million years I'd be doing this record.
When you look at it, though, that's like a challenge, though. When you fuse
It
two different type of, you know, when I mess with a country artist, I just like, you know, I start, even though I'm a blues guitarist, my drum beats come off my 1200, my SP 1200,
Wow,
so they always
yeah.
stay dirty. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So with that,
Giving them that sweat,
blues
bringing-
and then when I fused it with country, I was like, Shine made me some money in country music.
Not only
And
that,
I'm an
not
R&B
only that,
artist.
you're bringing them
Money in
into your
country.
world as well.
The game is called,
But,
yes.
you know, just, you know, it's good to be true to one thing, and, you know, but also, you know, don't be narrow-minded, because good music comes in all shapes and forms, you know. It took me years to figure that out.
I feel like you gotta, especially if you do hip hop and you don't listen to different styles of music, then you're really hurting yourself, because hip hop is not its own music. It is always pulled from blues, from jazz, from funk. Hip hop in its original form was just a drum beat and a guy rapping, and that was it. And then they started adding all of these other elements that come from Indian music, that come from Latin music, that come from jazz, that come from East Coast hip hop is completely jazz. It's like back in the 80s, it was just jazz. This is Gangstar, that's jazz. There's jazz chords, it's jazz. And if you do hip hop, you should go completely out the box. Listen to Annette Netrebko, some straight up opera, and listen to some Stravinsky or some Ravel. Classical is boring, but one of the most used instruments in hip hop is strings. Everybody uses strings. So who is good at strings? Bach, Beethoven, the Beethoven arias. It's music. If you love music and you love the music that you do, then why not learn as much about it as you possibly can? Who wants to date a girl and all you know you can do is hit?
The market.